Hello, I'm Karen, and in this video we're going to be adding the hoods to our cardigans. So I'm going to be sharing with you how to do that, how to actually join the actual tops, and how to actually remove the point that does happen when we actually make these hoods for our cardigans. So just so that you're aware that the Teddy cardigan, Teddy's head was actually quite big, so we ended up with a bigger hood. Okay, but if you will come across that bit in a little while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the other piece that we was working on before. This time I'm using, this is actually called Rose Garden. It's quite a rustic kind of colour, to be fair. So what we're going to do for this one is, it's just so that you can see where I'm going. So when you actually go to do yours, you can do it in the same colour that you've been making it with and just do a different trim. You can do the whole lot in the same colour if you want, but I just wanted you to see how it actually looks. Okay, so I'm just going to begin with a twist on my hook. And then what you're going to do is you look for your work. So on the smaller cardigan, so this is the Antonio Joandal, the corner is obviously only one space away. On the other ones it's going to be further, but you're going to go to this, the very first corner piece that you actually did. I'm going to slip stitch the yarn into place, and we're going to do a chain of 3. Then we're going to work 2 double crochet in the same space there, and then as we're going to go around, we're going to just work into the remaining loops of the V8 stitches that we made in the very beginning. If you don't want to actually add the hood, then you just go to the edging video and I'll show you how to do different edgings to go around. Okay, so this one I'm just sharing with you what you need to do for the actual hood. Oh, we've got a tangled up piece there, look at that. Oh dear, hopefully that's going to work. Yep. Okay, so we're just going to just work 3 in each of these of the V8 stitches all the way across, and I'll show you where we're going to stop just so that you can actually know what you're actually doing. I know I've actually speeded up, and I know I said these are beginner videos, but honestly by the time you've got to this point you should really know how to do this stitch so good. Okay, so we're just going to just keep on working 3 in each of these, and what you can see as well is how, hang on, that's not coming out very well. You see how these sort of back to back of the stitches now, which is really nice. I love the finish of these cardigans, honestly. It's like one of my most favourite things I've ever done. So I really do. I just want to, I know I keep saying it in these videos, but I just want to say thank you so much for all my subscribers. This is obviously part of my 100,000 subscribers section of videos. And I just want to just say thank you. Okay, so now we're just going to come over the little bit that's on the shoulder here and do 3 in there, and then we're going to just go to this next corner. So we're going to leave that very first one unworked. If you're actually doing the larger sizes, you will need, so there'll be 2 unworked, 3 unworked, you know, depending on which sizes you do. Now we're going to do what we was doing before, so we're going to do a chain of 3, 2, 3, turn, and we're going to, oops daisy, I've lost my tension, and then we're going to just work straight in between these little fans. And this is how this, so this one's actually going to be done in rows, so it's just literally going to go backwards and forwards, a bit like when we was doing the very beginning section. And I just want just to remind you of what we was doing on there. Excuse me. So we're just doing 3 in between. So if you're going to do this for the Antonio Joandal, you need to have 10 rows for the hood. Okay, if you're going to do the ones the size that we're doing for the Teddy, which he had a bigger head, he has 16 rows for the actual hood, and also the Sucky Lips doll, which is the sort of size for the small to newborn size babies, that has also got 16 rows for the hood. Okay, so you're just going to just literally work the hood just like you was doing with the very beginning. You're going backwards and forwards, making sure that on the rows that you have the chain loop there, you end with a I'm just going to get to the end again and just show you, just in case somebody's watching, how to add a hood on a different type of cardigan potentially. Hopefully not, but because it won't work exactly the same. But just so that you can actually do this, because this is a lovely, lovely beginner's pattern. So we're just going to get to the very end here, and at the end of this row, I just need a bit more yarn. Remember, we're going to work one double crochet or a treble crochet between those two posts, and then you're going to just keep, so you're going to chain 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. And remember, we only work 2 double crochet or treble crochet, oops, in this end bit, because the actual chain up is actually part of our pattern. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move that out of the way and show you one that I've made this one in blue because I just wanted to just do a blue one. So you can see at the moment it's very flat. That's what the cardigan is looking like when it's actually at this point. So this is the bit where, so obviously your cardigan is going to fold like this. If you try and do the join like that, your join is going to be on the outside, so you need to make sure that you fold the join so it's actually going to be the opposite way. Now we have been working on this side, so realistically, because we're going to work from the right to the left. So what you're going to do for this one here is put your hook through the very end one. You can put it through the end one there and pick up the loop and come through and just pull that through. So you've actually, that's the easiest slip stitch that I can think of doing for that section there. Then you're going to do a chain of 3, 2, 3, and you're just going to come through between the posts there and between the posts of the opposite side. So we've done it. We need to make sure that you're going between the 2 fans. We've got a fan there and we've got a fan there, like that, slip stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, and this is the same for all of the sizes of hoods. And slip stitch 1, 2, 3, because all of them are going to end up with one of your fans curved over at the very end. We don't want to worry about that. Okay, so what we're going to do is just cut off the yarn and pull that tail end through. Leave yourself quite a nice length of a tail end, especially on the bigger ones. You're going to need more to do this next section. So now your hood is facing like that. I know it looks a bit weird, okay, but when you turn it around this way around, the Antonio Joan one is not so bad. It doesn't make too bad of a point, but the other ones really, really do. So what I'm going to just share with you, I'm just going to get my needle. So you need your needle for this one, and you're going to thread your needle with your tail end, and then depending on how far you want your pointed bit to come in, you're just going to tuck it over. So you're going to, so you've got you have the 3 stitches. So what you can do is you can put your tail end through there, pull it over to where you want it. I'm going to be exaggerating and pull it down to the next section. You've actually got your chain that you've actually been joining the work together, so you can go there, or you can actually go straight through the actual loops of the actual tops of the stitches if you wanted to, or you can actually just literally go through a section like that. Can you see that? So you've got different options of how to actually do that. So you can go there. I'm going to go for the through the actual stitch section there and come out the other side. Oops, I've split it into the yarn there. Oh, I have split that there. But as you pull that, so that's going to fold over. I'm just going to cut that bit there because I can see I've snagged it. So you're going to pull that over and just do so it's, I don't know what kind of stitch it is. I think it's called a whip stitch, where you just go over and over. You just want to hold that into place there. So do several stitches, which is actually going to hold that into place. What happens is on the bigger ones, you can see what it forms, this like little hole. So you're going to put your your needle back through. We just want to come through so we're near the end. And then where you've got this little hole, you can pinch it over and you can just go through very carefully of where you want this. Try and make it be as flat as possible if you want there. and just come between your stitches. Obviously doing this in the same colour yarn that you've actually done it with hides all of the stitches, and this just gives this little flattened piece to the point, so it just looks neater there. And I'm just going to just weave in my tail end all the way through and cut that off. Excuse me. So there we've got the nice flattened end of the actual hood. Okay, so I'm going to leave you, I know this was a shorter video, but it's okay. So now I'm going to leave you to actually work on your hoods, so you've actually got your hoods. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to do the edging and share with you how to do the edging. I'm going to do different types of edging. So we're going to do edging for the one where you've got the hood. I'm going to do edging where you don't have a hood, just so you can see, and you can have different choices to be able to do that. Okay, so thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. Oh, actually, let's just bring back over the teddy one. I thought I was going to tell you something that's to do with the actual edging, so just ignore me. Okay, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, and thank you for subscribing. Bye for now.